Hey guys, my name is Kiba and this is Spooky Natural Podcast. So on today's Supernatural Podcast, it's going to be San Patricio, County Road to Hell, Farm to Market Road, 666. And this story is pretty interesting because there's a couple of different things that happen on here. Not only like murders and hangings, but there's different spirits that are on this road. It's not just the ones that are documented. And so basically this highway is located in South Texas. And along the county road sits the old San Patricio courthouse where Chipita Rodriguez, I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she was the first woman in Texas to ever be hung and sentenced for a crime that she did not commit. Chipita herself was taken to a grove of trees along the Nueces River a few miles behind the courthouse and present-day highway FM666, and she was hung from the tallest oak tree that there was there. Not only that, but to make matters worse, they buried her in an unmarked grave in a coffin along the banks of the river right underneath the tree from which she was hanged from. Chipita's ghost reportedly glides in the riverbanks where she cries and cries all throughout the night, and because of the heavily wooded area around there, it seems to echo throughout the trees. So, for all of you that don't know who Chipita Rodriguez was, she was actually a Mexican-American woman from South Texas from the town of San Patricio. She furnished travelers with meals and a cot on her porch of her house on the Nueces River. She was accused of robbing and murdering a trader named John Savage with an axe. Ouch! However, later on, they found that the $600 worth of gold that was stolen from him downriver, where his body was also discovered in a burlap bag. She and her son Juan Silvera were indicted on circumstantial evidence and tried before the 14th District Court Judge Benjamin F. Neal at San Patricio. And although Rodriguez maintained her innocence throughout the trial, she refused to testify in her defense and remained silent throughout the trial. Although the jury recommended mercy, Neal still ordered her executed. She was hung Friday, November 13th, 1863. She was 63 years old, and her last words were, "No soy culpable," I'm not guilty. And at least one witness to the hanging has claimed to have heard a moan coming from her coffin. So, Chipita's ghost is actually depicted as one of a woman with a noose hanging around her neck, and she's always riding through the mesquite trees and wailing, supposedly, from the river bottoms. Since the 1930s, there have been countless and numerous ghost sightings of her ghost along the Nueces River. Also on the road FM666, there was a guy that came from Kentucky who had come to Texas for a land purchase back in the 1800s when he fell in love with the beautiful town of San Patricio, and he wanted it definitely to be his last stop. But apparently fate was not so kind, and he was actually robbed by thieves who killed him and they took his head. So people have said that they have witnessed him roaming throughout the night along the road up and down, and he actually is supposed to look like the headless horseman. But he goes up and down Headless Horseman Hill that flows from Mathis to San Patricio. So he basically haunts that whole entire road at night. So if I was you guys, if you guys live in San Patricio or Mathis, just be careful and try to keep away from these vengeful spirits. Y'all have a good one and hope to talk to you ghouls and ghoulies soon.